Alright Milo, let's start this already. You're hanging out on our secondary channel, Super Jet Ski Bros. Alright, we're going to be talking about what happened, or behind the scenes, not behind the scenes. We're going to tell you what happened kind of during Ride 1 and Ride 2, because there's more stuff that happened that we never talked about. Can you entertain them for a minute? Okay Milo, here we go. Can you look at the camera? Alright, you guys are hanging out on the secondary channel. Holy cow, what is it? Super Jet Ski Bros.
Let's go.
Yeah, that means it's going. Here, you up on here. You're up. You show them how you can do that.
Like that.
Okay. Hopefully we can do this. So on the... That's very nice, man. On the first day of test riding, let's see, what happened? It seems like something happened. Milo, do you remember how it went? Oh, so even before the first test ride, there was modifications done to the ski that I never talked about. And the most notable being was we did some more work on the gearbox to double seal the output shaft, because when I was running it on the hose, it was leaking a little bit. So we decided to just double seal it, and that took care of the problem. So there was a lot more running on the hose and stuff that I didn't show, and also obviously I was checking temperatures of the engine on the hose, and I don't think we showed that very much either. Come on, climb up. Okay, so after test ride 1, nothing broke, but I could tell that the gearbox was getting really hot.
That's the GoPro.
Yeah, it's the GoPro, yes.
Old school.
It's old school, yeah, sure.
No.
Okay, you tell them what happened. Milo did get to ride the thing on the first day of test riding this year. Okay. Here, come sit. This guy really wants to either be doing the camera or riding the jet skis or working on them. Should we get you a wrench? Yeah, that's a yes. Okay, that's a good one for you to try to lose. Can I interest you in this one? Okay. I try not to give away spoilers in the garage because things have happened since the last test ride or the last video you saw. Okay, he's gonna go work on something. Hopefully he doesn't lose that wrench. Anyways, so there was some work done on the ski between test ride 1 and test ride 2. Most notably on the gearbox, I did a water cooling on the overflow tank for that so that some of the oil could be cooled. Ideally, we would water jacket the gearbox itself, and we're kind of working up some different gearbox models so that we can do that, or some different ideas. And so I did work on that, and then on test ride 2, that's actually 2 days of riding, and the first day of that did not go very well. And what happened was the cooling for the gearbox went into one side of the engine, so like the left bank had something extra that it was cooling, and on the left we have the air-fuel ratio. On the right hand side we have the water temperature sensor, the right hand bank of the engine. So what was happening is it would run badly, and we got a couple of shots from that day, but it was running bad because the engine temperature was on one side of the engine and the air-fuel ratio was on the other side, and they weren't really kind of aligning correctly with each other, and it was making it run really badly. Let me describe this better. the cooling water from the jet pump comes in, it splits, and then it goes to one side of the engine, so like the left side, cools the whole left side, and then it exits the ski. The other side goes and does the right side. And what I did was I made a gearbox oil cooler type of thing. And so the left side of the engine, I changed it so the water coming in goes through the oil cooler, then into the left side of the engine, which made the left side of the engine run hotter than the right side of the engine. And this became an issue because when the engine heats up to different temperatures, it adjusts the fueling differently because it needs different amounts of fuel apparently. So the one side of the engine will get hotter, and the other side of the engine had the coolant or water temperature sensor in it. And I know that sounds kind of weird, like why would that matter? But apparently it did, because after that, so this is during test ride 2, but day 2 was actually 2 days, if that makes sense. So on the first day it was running horrible, so we got like 1 or 2 just quick shots from that day. And then I took it to the garage and I put the gearbox on its own separate cooling system so that it wasn't interfering with the engine cooling at all. And then we took it out for that second day of day 2 of riding, if you will. And it ran great. As you saw in the video, it was tearing it up out there. And it was pretty great to ride. This is what Milo does for fun. He goes and pretends to work on, or he does work on the jet skis. Alright, so all that to say that it wasn't just super easy to go out there and do the day 2 of testing when it went really fast. Also on that day 2 test video, the cameras were falling off left and right and going underwater and getting beat up. And they survived, which that was good. I thought one of them was gonna be messed up because we had water kind of like under the lens almost. But it dried out, so. Now I'm hoping Milo doesn't lose my bolts. Anyways, I know Milo's gonna be disappointed that he wasn't in the test ride 2 video, but I've always tried not to just interject him into the videos if he's not really there or around. I just kind of, if he's there, then he's kind of in the video, and if he's not there, then he's not there. That's to make it more of a natural how it is, as opposed to just trying to put him on the screen. But he really likes being on the videos. He always wants to watch the Jetski Brothers videos that he's in, so he watches them pretty much constantly. He's not in here in the garage doing this. He's either watching Jetski Brothers videos or he's outside. So very busy, very active, and that is not what I wanted to say. Okay, I'm gonna find that washer now. Yes, Milo. You're not in trouble, kid. Just wish that you wouldn't do that.
Well.
Okay, so I guess the big thing is that Milo is getting all wiggly. I know this is kind of random and out of order, but this is Super Jetski Bros, where everything can be laid back. I guess the whole point of this is that the test ride, the day 2 test ride for 2022 video, we weren't really sure that it was gonna happen, so it was really it was a very good feeling when it ran correctly on that day after sorting out the engine cooling problem. Didn't quite go as planned. Milo's keeping me quite busy out here while we're trying to film this video. Yeah, that's a special stick. So that's gonna be the end of this video, and we will see you guys next time on either Super Jet Ski Bros or on the main channel, Jet Ski Brothers. And the main reason I'm keeping them separate is over here on Super Jet Ski Bros, we can be a little bit more laid back. The videos don't have to be as perfect, so that I can actually get some sort of normal-ish content without, not normal-ish, just I can put some stuff up without having to edit it for hours and hours and hours. And then the people who really care can get kind of a more in-depth look at what we're doing and what's going on here. Okay, Milo, what do you want to say for the end of the video?